Hello everyone. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Ayudhya Renata and I'm so happy to be here today. In this part, I would like to explain my assignment about giving a presentation. So, the title of my presentation is The Effectiveness of Mindfulness Training in Medical Students Between Stress, Depression, and Anxiety. So, before I start my presentation, I will divide it into four main parts. First, a short introduction to the concert checklist. Second, a summary of the research article. Third, the identification of concert item. And last, my overall evaluation and conclusion of my article. So, I'm going to explain about the effectiveness of mindfulness training in improving medical students, stress, depression, and anxiety. What is CONSORT? CONSORT stands for Consolidated Standards of Reporting Trials. It is an internationally accepted checklist that helps improve the transparency and accuracy of randomized controlled trials. And the checklist has 25 main items. These are grouped into different parts, such as the title, abstract, introduction, methods, results, and the discussion. Here I'm going to talk about the spice of my title. First is the setting, I can find it. Next is P, there is population, and my title is the medical student. I, it's intervention and the mindfulness training. C, I can find it in my title. There is a endpoint is for effectiveness. D is the, I can find it again. Okay, now we're going to talk about the concert. The checklist number 1 is 1A, identification as a randomized trial in the title. Unfortunately, the title does not identify the study as a randomized trial. This is such a weakness. CONSORT recommends using the words randomized trial in the title for clarity. Second, there is a 2A, or scientific background and explanation of rationale. It's the yellow one in the picture. There is growing interest in mindfulness-based stress reduction, or MBSR, program to combat mental distress in medical students. In Saudi Arabia, literature is insufficient about MBSR and its effectiveness. Next is 2B, specific objective or hypothesis. This study aims to measure the effectiveness of MBSR in improving mindful state, stress, anxiety, and depression in medical students. Also, the study explores the association between the attendance rate of MBSR session and its effectiveness. Lastly, the study examines gender difference in response to MBSR. Checklist number 3 is 3IA, description of trial design, such as parallel, factorial, including allocation ratio. This is a stratified randomized control study of 18 medical students from 2 medical schools in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Next, checklist number 4, for eligibility criteria for participant. The inclusion criteria were current active status as a medical student at Vision College or KSU and willingness to participate and commit fully to the study. The exclusion criteria were inability to speak, read, and write in English. Having any plan that could interfere greatly with the study adherence, such as a surgical procedure or traveling. Currently practicing meditation or involvement in any stress reduction program and receiving any physiotherapy treatment. Next is for B, settings and location where the data were collected. The target population was medical students at KSU, which is a governmental medical school and Vision Private College in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Next is checklist number 5, the intervention for each group with sufficient details to allow replication, including how and when they were actually administered. The MBSR group received an 8-week online MBSR program, while the other group received the same program at only the end of the study as a means of gratitude for their participation. Next is 6A, completely defined, pre-specified, primary and secondary outcome measure, including how and when they were assessed. The primary outcome was the difference in means between the post-test result of both groups in the stress scale. The secondary outcome of the study include the difference in means between the post-test result of both groups in depression, anxiety, and mindfulness status scales. Next is checklist number 7, 7A. A sample size calculation conclude that at least 37 participants per group would be required to detect a mean difference of 2 in our primary outcome, which was the perceived stress scale. Next is number 8, 8A, method used to generate the random allocation sequence. I use a green highlight at the second picture. Two randomly generated lists using computer software were used to allocate men and female participants separately. Next is 8B, type of randomization, details of any restriction. I'm using blue highlight. Stratified randomization based on gender was used to allocate the 18 medical students to the study group. Next, number 9, mechanism used to implement the random allocation sequence. I'm using the yellow highlight. The stratified randomization process was concealed and performed by an external party. Next, number 10, who generate the random allocation sequence, who enroll participant, and who assign participant to intervention. I'm using purple highlight, performed by an external party. Checklist number 11. 11A, who was blind after assignment to intervention, for example, participant, care providers, those assessing outcomes. Participants were advised not to tell others about the group to which they were allocated and not to share the program contents with others. Checklist number 12, 12A, statistical method used to compare group for primary and secondary outcomes. I'm using the green highlight. Comparison of groups at the 3 times points were performed using a t-test. Fisher exact test was used to compare the categorical variable in baseline characteristic of the participants. Spearman correlation coefficient was used to test the relationship between the attendance to the MBSR program and the change in means of all measures. A pair t-test was utilized to assess the response among males and females in the MBSR group. One-way ANOVA test was utilized to assess the change in means within and between both study groups in time 0, time 1, and time 2. Next, 12B, method for additional analysis such as subgroup analysis and adjust analysis. The red one. A pair t-test was utilized to assess the response among males and females in the MBSR group. Next, checklist number 13, 13A, participant flow. As you can see, there is flow chart of the study. 13B, for each group, loss and exclusion after randomization, together with reason. There were 13 participants, or 15%, who dropped out through non-adherence to post-test, and 10 of them were from the MBSR group. Next, number 14, 14A, dates defining the periods of recruitment and follow-up. They were recruited voluntarily from November 2018 to April 2021 and allocated to MBSR and waitlist group using a stratified randomization method based on gender. 40B, why the trial ended or was stopped. Unfortunately, the study was interrupted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Number 15, a table showing baseline demographic and clinical characteristic for each group. There is table on my last picture. Next, checklist number 16, for each group, number of participants. There were 41 participants who completed the follow-up measure, including 16 from the MBSR group. Next, checklist number 17, 17A, for each primary and secondary outcome result for each group and the estimate effect size and its precision. However, in 41 subjects who complete the follow-up test, the anxiety dropped significantly in MBSR group, mean difference MD. Checklist number 18, result of any other analysis performed. Furthermore, attending more MBSR session was inversely correlated with depression and anxiety. Next, checklist number 20, trial limitation addressing source of potential bias, imprecision, and if relevant, multiplicity of analysis. Clearly, the dropout number in the MBSR group was higher than the waitlist, which increased the likelihood of type 2 error and could affect the balance of the baseline characteristic between the study group. Next, checklist number 21, generalizability, external validity, applicability of the trial findings. The literature lacks sufficient information about the effect of MBSR in local non-clinical population, so this result could provide information on local experience. Next, checklist number 22, interpretation consistent with result, balancing benefits and harms, and considering other relevant evidence. The present study indicates that the MBSR program had a promising positive effect on the mental well-being of medical students. Next, there is a checklist number 23 and 24, but I can find in my article. Last, checklist number 25, source of funding and other support, such as supply of drugs, role of funders. This research was funded by Dala Healthcare Grant. The funders had no role in study design, data collection, and analysis, decision to publish, or preparation of the manuscript. Finally, last slide. That's bring me to the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention.